Alright, ladies and gentlemen, a rundown of day 2 of the Swiss group stage. A super exciting day. We had a bunch of great games. I feel like my tier list of players is aging quite well, if I say so myself. The LPL is looking quite bubblicious. But nevertheless, Energy versus TL. Energy versus TL started off. We have Orianna first pick, Syndra, Kalista, Sejuani, Jax follow-up. Poppy's out of the picture, Talia's not picked, which is perfectly fine, I think. Like at the beginning, like before the tournament started, my read on Talia was pretty bad, I think. I don't think Talia is that great. I prioritize the other junglers, plain and simple. Jax is blinded, Viego is a follow-up. I usually like Viego is quite pissed into what's shown here, but this is just the identity of TL. Like they just need to make sure that this, like, yeah, Pivoshik feels like it needs to carry. I like the Lee Sin game, right, which is the Dwell On, which is out, and then the APA Classics are gone. Syndra and Orianna, this is the second time he plays it. Kaiser Zaya gets banned in preparation for Kalista, and then here they picked Senna Tam. I prefer like Alistar Ashe here than Senna Tam. I don't think that Senna Tam can pressure against Kalista that has support on 5. You have Blitzcrank, you have Rel here. I think if Senna can't contest lane and trade, I think her soul generation isn't strong enough, so I don't like it. But at least, you know, Tam Kench serves as a defensive tool for Orianna, and I think scaling-wise, blue side is much better off. Looking at the game, this game just collapsed very fast. It's like there was a solo kill on mid at minute like 4, which is already game losing. You already have the draft that falls off, and you know, you need to be very, very active early. And then there was the extension of the Sejuani being quite busy, securing topside. They managed to find the kill on Summit as well in this gank. You see here, Summit's trying to crash the wave. He has no ward. He warded here for some reason. And he just dies. And then contracts with the flash, the stun, and he gets it off. And then Summit, of course, dies. And this is such a swing matchup too. Jax versus K'Sante, any gold in Jax's pockets is also fantastic for him. For the longest time here, Rel was pressuring and hovering around mid, so Orianna couldn't pressure her matchup. So Syndra did catch up in CS for a bit, which is, you know, good for her. And this was an additional extension. Contracts made sure that he pressured bot on the wave, so Rel can't roam freely. This was massive too in terms of cleanse and making sure Orianna can play the game. We fast forward. Here Summit loses his ultimate on the top wave. And on red side, you know, the main hope you have here is that you can leverage Rel, Prio from bot to pressure onto Herald and then fight together as with the Syndra, Viego and so forth. But the fact that Summit conditioned here are quite poor makes it rough. The Hawks queues out with the ward, and he's playing on time to get his E back on. He can't die here. His E finally falls. This is cool, you know. This is cool. Summit now with this low HP. They begin to leash the Herald. The Hawks did get the plant. You can see he's eating honey fruit here, which is massive, right? It makes or breaks this Rift Herald, right? This honey fruit. Key thing here, Contracts has been quite busy in Pivoshik's level 6. But we have this extension here. Yeah, Pivoshik emoting. I think here I remember thinking that if CoJJ like Q flashes and he fights together with his team and they find lethal here together, then it would be better. Because Pivoshik is just waiting to be in lethal range of his R and then get the reset, and this is what makes or breaks the fight. But in terms of energy, using the flashes to back out of the fight, I have to say that this game is pretty much done and dusted. That this game is pretty much over. It's pretty much GG. Very, very little capabilities to come back, and blue side is definitely scaling better. There was a hunt for APA, who had a very terrible scoreline in this game. Sejuani ults were landing in his forehead. Interesting build here from Senna, Storm Razor. Nothing I've seen. I've seen mostly Edge at Night into Rapid Fire. Sometimes see Rapid Fire first. Sometimes I've seen Rapid Fire into IE, but these are very expensive items for Senna. I think that you can argue as well that Tam Kench have to finish 2 items. I think that he should get Relic Shield. I think it's a play. Would be good. And Palafox having a fantastic game. Palafox really stepping up. I think that the main liability for NRG, I think, is FBI and how it lanes with Ignar. I think the other elements of the game, I think, are pretty solid. I think that this is a decent team, and I don't think that Mad is gonna have a free win. All right, I will continue to C9 versus LNG. C9 ban Kalista, Maokai, Xayah, Talia, Orianna, Jarvan is banned. Unique, it's interesting Jarvan ban here. I think it's quite strange. Talia ban, okay, they let me play jungle, and then Orianna on red. I think here C9, they didn't want to invite Xayah first pick and give enemy Kai'Sa, but I think if you are banning Xayah yourself to pick Kai'Sa, I think that at least 4-5 you need to consider if you should remove Tristana yourself, and I think that would have been better. Still, it's like the whole draft phase and draft plan was surrounding kneecapping Gala a little bit, which is a perfectly fine plan, right? With Kalista, Xayah removal and Kai'Sa first pick, but Tristana still managed to slip through here on 5. I think that Gala still was very satisfied. And then the question is if banning Xayah then was a mistake and you could have just been the one to first pick Xayah, because Xayah is very OP and strong at this tournament, right? So Kai'Sa gets first pick, follow is a decent Alistar, Rakan gets picked. Alistar is something that a lot of teams are 1-2ing and even first picking. So Alistar is very, very beloved in this tournament over Rakan. I think Alistar is super strong. I like Alistar. I think it was underplayed in play-ins. Cool. Sejuani gets picked in the league, which is perfectly fine. LNG decide to target mid lane synergies together with Sejuani. Silas ban. I think it's okay here, the Silas ban. Yone ban is also decent. And then Poppy, K'Sante for blue side. They set up a Renekton, but as a follow-up to Poppy, K'Sante, Zika just slammed a Jax. And Jax against Sejuani already showing is perfectly fine. I think he didn't want to play the Jax side because Jax's E inherently counters Sejuani E, right? So there's that. I know that Gala's insane, Kai'Sa. You're telling the wrong person. Renekton, and then Syndra gets picked here, which is perfectly fine, and we're showing Lee Sin, Alistar, Jax. I think it's perfectly fine. I don't think this draft is like. I think drafts are relatively even here. Why not Poppy over Sejuani? They banned Poppy themselves. And I did say in Champion Select here that Sejuani should be picked here, like Poppy should be picked here, sorry. I think that Poppy definitely should be picked here. I think it would have been better. But the counter argument against Poppy is that your bot lane is going to be rather weak. So there's that, you know. Poppy does find value here, and if you have a player that can play Poppy top, I think it could be really, really good. An additional question here is like Rumble is ignored. I think Rumble is OP. Every game we've seen Rumble has dominated. So I think Rumble is amazing. And nevertheless, looking at the game, this was a very messy game because we had long pauses, very, very distracting pauses in the game that occurred. It was borderline longer than the game. I think the key thing still against LNG, they are such a strong 2v2 duo that they find ways to connect. Early game was rather stable, and I think it was rather fine. Gala managed to randomly get 2 platings, but these are the type of things that you don't get away with, you know? Let me just show the moment. 1000 secures bottom side. They've secured first Drake already, and Herald was taken by Sejuani and Renekton on top side. Then here MNS tried to deny Scout with his E here. That's what he's playing for, but he was too slow, and that's why he's keeping Flash. Obviously this is a problem. 1000 probably could have kept Flash too. And MNS dies and burns Flash. This has happened now in 2 games for LNG. And LNG has had a rather easy schedule. I think that's important to note coming into their matchup tomorrow. They've had an easy schedule, so it's a tougher team to rate. And I think that their game against C9 isn't super precise. Just isn't super precise. LNG played against Fnatic, and then it played against C9, who beat, of course, Mad Lions. And that's the story of Swiss, right? Sometimes you get easy matchups. But that's not like LNG's fault, like they have to play against the team that they play against, right? It is what it is. Here, Zika made a crucial mistake. Zika just got his base cancelled. He got his base cancelled, and then he stayed and was forced to stay. Fudge just pressured him, and that gives Sejuani an avenue to go and break the top turret. If he's healthy here and he finishes his recall, TPs to the turret, has of course Divine Sunderer, I think it changes everything. But he has very low mana, very low HP, and he has no item as well, so Divine Sunderer also gives you aggressive and defensive capabilities. I think here also, if Gala was crazy enough, he could have maybe played here, like if Gala wants to, with Flash and Cleanse, if he's crazy enough, right? Well, playing it safe too, keeping Flash Cleanse and Berserker already being out is perfectly fine. This is more of a Jackal play, let's say. We continue. Was one Drake that was good from C9, I think, if I remember correctly. I think it was this one. This was a nice sequence because Eminence has TP. I'm not allergic to his TP, it's just I had to sneeze. Bless me. Here in this moment, basically, C9 are choosing to contest through bottom side, so Syndra can TP. She catches one wave defensively. They want to play on side. Perfectly fine. They're in good position. Here, I think the mistake from LNG is the fact that they need to be the ones inviting the enemy in. They need to play on the Infernal Space and they need to play in the pit because it's a larger one. They need to make sure that Rakan is marked and not collapse on here. Like, this is just a mistake. As you see, Gala on the minimap, he can't really connect with the situation. And this is a fight that he cannot take. So Scout is kind of griefing here. Scout is kind of griefing here, but what I really like from LNG here is their reaction. They know it's a losing fight. They all want to peace out. They're all fucking out, you know, they're piecing out. And basically, I think LNG's reaction to this mistake is really, really good. They just peace out. They, like, Alistar is taking it easy. He's just holding combo. How many players will suicide here, right? Zika's TP was a bit risky, but C9, good punish, you know. I think C9 did this super, super good, you know. I think the C9 did a good job here. I think they were aware of contesting to the bottom side as an idea, and they punished the movement from Azir, so well played to C9. This is where pauses started to happen, and then after the pause, we teleported into the game, and I don't know what... This is so strange, because I can't really judge this. Actually 2028, and then after the pause it's 20 seconds in, and this happened on the live stream too, so I don't know what the fuck happened. This pause was a solid 20-30 minutes, so it's very confusing to watch this live. There was this fun Instagram post from Scout where he said where he basically said and mentioned the pause and said tactical pause, because apparently Don Jake asked him about it in an interview, how he found the tactical pause. But nevertheless, it's like, I can't tell the summoner situation. Okay, they have no flashes, and then after the pause, their cooldowns are longer. But I think that probably that the spectator reconnected or something. So I think this cooldown here is just fake, and the cooldown is basically faster. It's just a spectator bug, I believe. So they start Nash after Azir took the top wave, and here they get spotted. Nice Sejuani ult. This ward is really, really good, right? The one they place over the wall to find the turn. Kaiser with the ultimate. Really big kill here. Really, really big kill. Hong is in the pit now after the plant. Like, this was a massive play for C9. A massive play. After this, you know, their chances are looking quite solid. I think that red side does scale better in possibly every position. but I think that that's okay, you know, considering you have Nash, you got the Infernal, you can tune this into an Infernal too. I think that C9 played a nice game. Here in this spot, right, like comparing items, you have 2 core on the Void and you have 2 core here. As you can see, Lee Sin and Jax are not finished 2 core just yet, so they're quite weak in this moment. So this is definitely like a very pivotal moment in time for C9. They take over the space. Here, I think this is what we call the devil's armpit, right? Sometimes I call it the devil's armpit. These are areas that you don't fight in, man. It's like 99.999% of cases, you don't queue over here. You don't go over here. It's like maybe in cases where enemy doesn't have turret right, but this is not a space. This is the devil's armpit, right? And then Blabberoni gets kicked here, and then he gets comboed, and then gets bounced around, and then the Azir ult, which of course slows down plenty of the game. And key thing here is that Rakan ult was used, but you know, Lee Sin ult was used and Azir ult was used too, so it's definitely something that C9 could potentially contest, but the HP of course matters. Zika's now basing to get the TP. I don't remember how this fight plays out, so I need to take a look. The red buff of Blabber is actually regenerating him. And then the Drake is just lost. And this to me just came from the fact that Sejuani queued over the wall, you know? LeBlanc likes the devil's armpit, yeah, definitely, but sometimes also maybe not. We continue. Here Hang tried to go through the front door. I think he got inspired by Kelin. This is definitely a Kelin play. He just died. Great for C9. And Zika is getting marked by Footgear. He's Eing out. Very well done by Fudge too, making sure he marks the flank. Very nice. Here I think C9 needs to play a more dynamic game. I don't think they should be actually sieging. I think that they should look to play on the top wave. I think they push that wave, play on the top wave. Why are they sieging? Right? I think that that's not good. I think C9, their usage of Nash was very stiff. It's like they lost the Drake, then they looked at the enemy do Drake, and then they were looking for this play on mid, and this is where LNG's genius began to show. This kick is musty. This kick is musty. Let's pull that up in slow motion. That is a musty kick. And I think that visually here, it's so silly because it does look like animation of Zika R. It looks like he E'd. With this skin, it looked like his E just popped, which for me is a little bit bothersome because here I was like, oh, he did it, he E'd, and then look, he gets the E off on 3. I think that's visually, I don't know if it's the same with the new Jax, honestly. No, he ulted. Yeah, that's what we're explaining. No, he ulted, Yamato. That's what we're highlighting. That visually it looks like he E'd. But of course, this is not his fault, right? It is what it is. But this, of course, was a massive fight. And they now have the Infernal, and then the extension was they killed Kai'Sa. And now we are approaching the final moment of the game. And that was here. You know, the engage is not bad, like they're trying to find Gala and then the collapse of Kai'Sa and so forth, but Syndra can't connect with this fight. Syndra can't connect with this fight, and the efforts that are necessary to kill Gala here is too much. Because Azir is untouched, like the Veronicas, and Zika as well has Zika as well as kind of Thanos. So it's like they get contact with Gala, but Syndra cannot connect. And that's game. Nay. Alright, Mad versus BDS. So, I think Rakan ban is a mistake. I think that if you play against Mad Lions, you want to make sure that Kazi doesn't play Xayah or Kalista. I think Rakan ban is a mistake. I think they should ban Xayah. I think they give Kazi Xayah. I think it's by far his best champion. I think Kazi is a pretty decent AD carry. I think a lot of people yesterday, due to his mistake on Ezreal, rate him bad, and that was a terrible game, but it's a BO1, you know. Nevertheless, Xayah, I think, is the strongest champ. Syndra, someone mentioned mid equivalent to Ezreal, uses majority of time. I think that's... Syndra, you can't play Syndra if you're bad, honestly. Syndra, you need to be really, really good at this champ to carry. Really, really good. You can't waste your spells, really. There's a difference in Syndra players. Nevertheless, Xayah is first picked, and then for some godforsaken reason, they pick Vi. Have they learned nothing? It's like they watch, for example, let's say Genji do it, right? Genji did it, but they did it against Gum. Like, they got completely brainwashed. They got completely brainwashed. I don't know if they watched Genji draft and thought that Vi is good, but this is very true. Here still, no priority on Rumble, which is very surprising. I think that Rumble could have been massive, but no one wants to play it, it seems. Everybody hates Rumbles, except the teams that like winning, because winning is cool. I think people don't like Rumble because they are too afraid of having 2 APs. And I think that that's it. They don't rate Jace or Yone highly and Tristana highly, which is perfectly fair. I think that's understandable. But Rumble as a lane is just too OP, and I think that probably the issue is mid laners are complaining about damage mix. Nevertheless, picking Gnar against Adam is perfectly fine, but it's like, you pick Gnar and you ban Olaf Garen anyway. Okay. So you ban Big Gnar, Rel, you have Rel into Alistar, perfectly fine. You can send the jungle, worst case, fine into Vi too. And then they pick Kai'Sa. But I think this is troll. The same way I think it's troll here. I don't think this is good. Honestly. We continue. They pick Kai'Sa. Jarvan, Lee Sin ban. Just carry junglers from Elioya, and he drops Bel'Veth. And I think Bel'Veth is probably the biggest counter to Vi in isolation. The biggest counter to Vi in isolation is Bel'Veth. Really insane level 1. Really strong ability E, like in terms of her skill pattern and play pattern. Everything about Bel'Veth is as if you designed a champion that is good against Vi, and there you go, you have Bel'Veth. Renekton gets picked, and people are complaining about Renekton. It's like, oh, like, I need a bigger carry for him. But the truth is, what on earth are people gonna play against? What are the choices you have into Gnar? You want to play Yone? Like, you could play Jax maybe? That could be something, you know? But it's like Renekton against Gnar is similar to Jax against Gnar, but Jax scales a little bit better. Camille could be something, yeah. Rumble could be something, yeah. Camille is a good shout. Camille is a good shout. That I can admit for sure. But I don't think like picking Renekton against Gnar or blind picking Renekton, enemy picking Gnar, you're happy to be on the Renekton side, right? Aatrox could be played. But yeah. We continue. Bel'Veth, Lissandra. I thought we were gonna pick Cassio here. Azir is really good against Lissandra in isolation, but I feel like the value that Cassio here is greater, and I feel like Cassio as a champion is a lot stronger in earlier fights. So if she's put in early fights because of how Bel'Veth works, when Bel'Veth is in the game, it is very fast. It's a very fast game. She wants to play a fast game. And I think that you want to just play Cassio here. I think though when it comes to BDS gameplay, I feel like Adam should be the last one that gets blamed for anything in most cases, you know? Maybe not last one, like he did int in this game with Renekton after the fight on mid. But I think that Cassio would have been like turbo pick here. Like Azir is good against Lissandra, don't get me wrong, but Cassio is game winning here. He's so good against old champs. I don't remember who said it, but someone said that Xayah outranges Cassio, and I had to giggle. Because that is simply not true. Yeah, Nuke played well in this game. Xayah indeed very famous for outranging the control mages, yes. It's a lethality Xayah with Airy and Qmax. Alright, so early game. Early game. First and foremost, the fact that BDS somehow, you know, this is coming. You need to be aware of this somehow, you know. It's like you need to maybe flip on enemy red, and maybe you just abandon your top side, you take your bot side, and then you try to pressure into enemy red, and then Bel'Veth will cross or something like this, and then you get your golems. You know, you have some options. But Shio first lost all Raptors, and he started Raptors against Bel'Veth. And Bel'Veth has 4 dashes, very OP level 1, all that good stuff. And then he sees Homie on the ward. And Sheo thinks to himself, I have smite. I'm gonna go smite the golem. Let's see how that shit pans out. Sheo is too late. Here, Elioya doesn't want to do enemy red because it's like maybe Elioya can push him out and play for his HP. That could be a move. But he doesn't want to waste his own tempo because Vi has smite. That is the key thing. And the reason he doesn't go for red is because enemy has ward on red and Vi has smite advantage. He just wants to clear his own camps, which is fair and fine, I think. Tio can barely do this because he has E start. Like usually, I believe he starts as W. Elioyo on the timing, doesn't get the smite. It was very, very close. Like the Shio made sure that he saves his smite, that's a good move. But Shio gets pushed out here and loses his bottom side. And Hilly is here to help him as the prior from bot, because he's playing. And they take everything. Here Bel'Veth is just lining up to get a Noon Quiver base. I think that if you get Noon Quiver base on Bel'Veth, you're rolling, man. You are rolling, you're rolling. Shio's desperation is known. And Elioya now with the Noon Quiver is just one-shotting the camps. Absolute speed demon. Shio doesn't go for his respawn. Tries to sneak a smite or something, not sure. And Elioya is level 6 at 6 minutes. Damn. 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 This is Canyon's wet dream here, what Elioya and company did to them. And that is the no flash Vi with no Q as well. Snacked on him. Yeah, this is the issue with Shio's plan here, right? Shio wasted time here instead of clearing his own wolves. And then he crosses. And this gives time for Belveth to match. And then they are walking over to the wolves. You see Mad Lion's extension. The purpose of this Lissandra pick was to make sure that she can just leave and make sure that she's on Elioya's screen all the time. Lavrov tried to Hex Flash. Just Annihilation. Mercs keeps Nuke safe. And Lavrovador dies. There's a big swing in the game that happens. There's a fight around mid where Elioya... I think pathing wise, Elioya played really, really good, but for example here, like, what's happening here with the Belveth? What's Belveth doing? They're kind of ugly there, the mechanical player on the Belveth, and. Okay. Nevertheless, this is a decent swing, right? All things considered, she was in very poor condition, and BDS here managed to find the fight. Here, Adam is getting shit on in the river. He's losing a lot of HP in the river. Here, I don't know what the fuck Crown is doing. No idea what Blood is doing, bro. Really no idea what Crown is doing. I can't. He Qs on the wave and then he basic attacks. This looks like it's a kill if the W hits. Yeah, he's gonna hit W against a person that has fucking Ghost on. And R. And Flash. But to be fair, looking at this situation, he doesn't R, so... I wouldn't mind if he didn't R, and... I wouldn't mind if he didn't R and just kept R. He just said, I'm gonna die here, I'm just not gonna R. And that's why he goes. I think that's okay. Luke gets a kill, which was big, and it's like here, what I wanted to highlight is like Adam is already losing HP in the river. And this is what I think was a very big int from Adam. Very big int. I don't know what's happening here. Adam's losing HP, and he just gets fucked by Chasey here. And it looks like Adam has no E here. And then the wall clips him, and then GG. Okay. Still, Belveth in incredible conditions, super fucking strong. Belveth can definitely easily carry such a game. You have Zion the mid wave, nothing really pressures her. Here, Adam, this was a massive mistake from Adam as well. I think this is also... Not sure. It's like he outplays it really good. It's fucking massive what he's accomplished. He chunked Kazi too, but this E. Oh man. Oh, look, the crown is death again. Okay. It's grief, yeah. His team is hitting Drake. Okay. You see, it's like it's so crazy when you have like LPL teams, LCK teams, and European teams, North American teams all playing the same tournament, because I think like things are so glaring. It's such a different game. Okay, Xayah gets isolated. She finds Crowny on the back end. It's like, what is the cohesive idea behind this fight? Look, Alistar position, Vi position, Kai'Sa position. What do you guys see? Like they're creating like an arrowhead here in terms of how they've positioned. Crazy. And then Crowny just gets snacked on by the Xayah, and the game is just completely over. Who do you think is Mad's weakest link, and why is it Niski? I feel like Niski here, he played the Lissandra game against in a weak lane to play for his jungle. Like, I don't think you can really rate him off for that. His Syndra looked very, very mediocre and boring. I have higher hopes for Hilly. Like, Hilly had a good engage here on the end, I think. Was it in the end? I think it was here. Yeah, here.
Battle cruiser operational.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this was like one of the better moves of Hilly. I think the fight on mid was also something that Elioya misplayed, but it was one of the better moves of Hilly. I have high hopes for Hilly, you know? Naughty String, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. I think Chasey hasn't been himself for a long time. Like, this game he outperformed Adam. I think BDS ran out of depth here. I think giving Xayah was a huge mistake. I think this was really, really bad. I think picking Vi, giving Xayah, like, what the fuck was the whole plan? What is the whole plan? Like, draft-wise BDS, I don't know. I don't know how the game plan can be this, you know? It's crazy to me that this is the game plan. Really, really crazy. Alright, game number 4, Fnatic versus Gum. Gum. I think that this was just humanoid masterclass, if anything. Xayah first pick. When will these players learn? I think that what T1 did was actually smart. At least they set up an Orianna for Xayah trade. At least there's something here. At least there's something here, right? But every other team is just giving Xayah for free and then it's free reign. But God bless JNG for slamming Rumble. That is beautiful. Really, really beautiful, right? I'm telling you guys, my document is aging like a beautiful, fine wine. Magnifique. Kai'Sa used to be fine against Xayah, but that was AP Kai'Sa with static shift. It really changed everything, I think. Orianna was banned Fnatic game. That's what we're talking about, Happenchuk Paul. But it's okay. Now you know. We're talking about this whole fundamental idea from red side to actually set up that up. Orianna, like, at least there's a trade for Xayah, right? I don't think Kai'Sa is favorable against Xayah. You're losing lane, and I think later on you're just weaker too. Okay, Xayah first pick, Rakan, Kai'Sa to deny. Azir Renekton, just the most solid blind pick in mid lane, top lane on the patch. And they drop every other role. Kesante, Egg is locked in against Renekton. They should be very happy with that outcome. Ivan Jarvan gets banned. They ban Lee and Nico. I think like Gigabyte Marines from red side banning Ivan Jarvan. It's like, these are the champions that you would want to pick, you know. But they go Sejuani, fine. And then Rel Nautilus, I called for this too. Makes you, it just makes your composition very easy to play. It's like you have Nautilus against Rakan, Rel is a decent jungler, all that good stuff, you know. Jace, locking Jace against Nautilus Rel, and you know your AD called Slater is gonna buy lethality no matter what. I think it's a mistake. Let's take a look at the game. Thank you very much, Cracker123. I appreciate that. And Receipt, thank you very much as well for the tier 1. This was a crucial mistake here by Fnatic, which they will not get away with. Currently, I have to admit, I think C9 looks like the second strongest Western team at this tournament. I think C9 looks better than Fnatic so far. Here, Azir is basing second. Jace already based. Humanoid channeled recall, and they're contesting this crab. Also, their own AD, cheater based on bot, and Kai'Sa's first move. So this was a mistake you're not allowed to do. Here, I think Noah also could have died. Noah definitely could have died. And they know he's in river. They have full vision. Thank God though, Slater flashed, because that will be very meaningful. I don't know what he's hoping. He has crit runes or what. I don't know why he's flashing. We continue. We have the Rel gank timer on bottom side. No summoner. It's dangerous here that the spell doesn't land, you know? Because maybe, like, if this Q doesn't land, then he gets the auto off, or like, you know, Rakan, if he W's Razork because he knows where he lands, then he gives Kai'Sa ult jump, and they can live because Trimby missed Q like this. Small details, we don't need to look at mechanical plays, but, you know, Rakan is just a traitor. Here, look at the crucial detail here. No empowered Q. If Renekton plays time there, empowers his Q, he lives, and this becomes a better situation. Small crucial details. These type of kills are also very impactful because here Kiaya gets a base and gets Iceborne. Look at that Iceborne base. This really shifts the matchup. If you compare the items top, it's very rough. This time Humanoid finds a little snack. I think Jace. I think we see all the problems with Jace. It's like there's too many engage melee supports in the meta. Jace is also not winning any lanes. I think we're seeing all of the issues with Jace. Pallet. Definitely feeling himself. And this was probably the thing that lost them the game. You know, they chased very, very far. I made the joke that this is like ultimate Riz. You know, Slater is very, very much in love. Like, look how much Slater is in love. He would go through feathers, through Azir soldiers, just to be with you. Look at Slater. I don't know, like he's possessed by the devil, man. Where's he going, man? What is that? His team has no spells. Yo, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming. Appreciate that. And it just doesn't stop. I can't stop. And imagine, you know, Kiaya did solo kill with the Iceborne Gauntlet, and this is what he has to look at when he presses tab. And you know, from these conditions, it's like, look how, like Azir played, like Humanoid played this beautifully mechanically, honestly. Marek played this really, really well. And then we just have extension after extension, Gigabyte Marines. Gigabyte Marines. That is indeed a very unpopular opinion. And it's also not a smart opinion to believe that Fnatic has any chance against Bilibili. And I think this was the end of the game. Now Marek Brazzolini is a little bit too fed. Everybody else is fed too, and that is. Hey, look at Levi ult. Oh, that is kind of clean. That is kind of clean. Good shot, Callaghan. First time chatter says something cool. Gam legit could have won this game if they didn't troll on bot. Yeah, I think so too. If Fnatic wants to win versus Bilibili, they have to win all lanes. I don't think that they can win any lane besides mid. I think Humanoid can lane better than Yagao. We continue. Genji versus T1. Delight, what a delight. First and foremost, starting from draft, once again, they at least trade Orianna for Xayah. Super cool. I like here that they slam Rumble. I think Rumble is OP, honestly. I think Rumble is such an OP champ, and I'm happy that they're willing to play AP with Rumble. I did think here on 4-5, if Genji slam what was funnily enough the G2 4-5 rotation, if they pick Yone Rel here, I think the game is so good. So good. So good. I didn't like Akali Kha'Zix here at all. I didn't like it. I think Orianna is very free into Akali. Chovy is a great, fantastic Akali player, but it's like Kha'Zix, I hate Kha'Zix. I know people, like some people out there, they say they are the copers. They say Kha'Zix, he does objectives very well. He has Q evolve, and then he like becomes an insect that presses W. Like, that shit, I don't know, it's very uninteresting to me. Very uninteresting to me. People are quoting Peanuts win ratio on Kha'Zix, but against who? Against who? Against who? We don't know about this, you know? We don't know about this at all. I think if they went Yone here, I think Yone suffers the same way against Akali, against Orianna, but I think it has really, really insane synergy here. If they go Yone Rel, I think I would have been very happy. I think Rel is just better than Sejuani. It doesn't matter if you have melee synergy. I think Rel would have been fantastic here. Yone would have been good too. I think you don't need to ban Jarvan at all. Don't need to ban Jarvan because you want to potentially play Jarvan. Red side should ban Jarvan if anything. And here Aatrox gets locked in. I thought from draft, I thought that red side looked better. But Delight and Chovy are just too good. I think the biggest issue in this game, first and foremost, Akali did, like Chovy got giga griefed by his team. I think the biggest issue in this game was the bot cap was way too fucking massive. Gumayushi and Korea completely outperformed. I think that the way T1 connect with their side lanes is so fucking bad, and the side lanes don't know how to play, so they run it down. This game spiraled a little bit out of control out of this situation. They got so greedy for more, when in reality, if they can just secure Chovy here, breathing room, like Chovy's lane here is looking very good. He's relatively even, has Doran shield, fleet footwork. He needs backup on this wave, all is good. So we continue. Genji though, they want more. The light gets comboed, and it's like Peanut commits onto Faker, who has phase rush, and the damage distribution here is just very troll. I think Javan, Alistar should be the stronger champs in situations like these. But as you can see here, Peanut flashes over the wall, and he's in range, and Faker gets a kill and a blue buff. Chovy has to flash too, and from a situation that was relatively good, and all of a sudden this game exploded. And the mid laners in the call, and the call stream said that, yo, if this is the condition, right? If you're playing Akali and this is the condition, of course, I can confirm this too. Blue buff, lost chapter, no flash, no TP, you're completely fucked. This is like Chovy having the amount of CS that he had, it's crazy. Peanut played this mechanically quite poorly, I think, and I think just the decision from Genji to even want to fight this was extremely troll. Extremely troll. Ninja type days for Doran. The next key thing that comes up is Owner completely annihilates Kha'Zix on his own red. Mid lane is full prio. I think this gank, I don't like it. I think this gank is quite bad. Doran is trading his flash and lane advantage. He's trading his flash and lane advantage for Drake. I think that they shouldn't give Drake here at all. Right? He didn't expect Nimbus Cloak, but then he's trolling, because what rune should Doran play? What rune should Doran play? Okay? Like here, Owner, the Boneless. I think this is troll. Really bad. I think if Owner steps into mid, he secures first Drake, it's so much more impactful for the game. It's such a bad macro decision. And that's T1 for me. They have strong mechanical players, but honestly, their macro is so fucking trash. And when Owner shows here, Kha'Zix thinks to himself, wow, I can take Hextech Drake for free. And how can they get Hextech for free? How? Here at least, Owner crosses through mid. This was a clever play from Owner. I like this. This was a very nice play. He spotted Kha'Zix Crocs, and then he went and just slammed Peanut. Has the 6, and Peanut used E for DPS. This was very nice. Chovy's playing fleet footwork, and he's just trying to trade away. He's trading ult to rotate some HP against Faker. Chovy is doing an insanely good job, considering his condition. Really good job. I can only follow the CS numbers, and the small times we see the camera, it is really insane. Yo, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming, Prima Lama. Alright. Now the continuation. Somehow here, how is this real? To be fair, this is perfectly fine. This is real. This is real. I think in this particular spot, it's not too crazy. Bot lane has full tempo because they had full control, and also Kha'Zix has R, and Owner did not have R because he R'd to kill. So this is perfectly fine that they lose Herald. I wanted to flame T1, but this is normal. Doran has a very strong champion and there's an ult advantage. I don't know why this doesn't show the cooldown. I think this is on cooldown. I think it's on cooldown, no? It's on cooldown. He uses it here. He uses it here. It doesn't go on cooldown. Riot? Okay, I'm not crazy. Thank you. Alright, I'm not mentally insane. Maybe it's because he Rs and then he Rs again and then the game breaks. Something like this. Okay. So bot lane's swing. Bot lane swing. And Kha'Zix having ult advantage. Alright. Chovy looking for the trades again with the R. Finds the E there in the end. Chovy Akali is fucking beautiful, by the way. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I think the tempo that Genji bot lane kept in the game was magnificent. They're always first, always pressuring at the right time. I think this was magnificent. Here they swapped into top side. They wanted to use a swing play with the Kha'Zix, so they are forcing T1 to match. Here, I don't know why Owner just doesn't EQ and then hold the flash and walk after the Akali. Once again, Owner can get a kill here, but he just trolls. He could have found kill here, I think. If he just EQs, holds flash, walks forward. Then Rs and then flashes. So here, they are matching with Alistar Kai'Sa into top. They try to squeeze a plate. And the beauty of this, right, is that Rumble is already on bot. Rumble is already on bot, and Kai'Sa and Alistar are so scared of the Rift Herald being placed on top turret, and that's why they are matching. The tempo that Genji bot lane had in this game was absolutely brilliant. They secured Herald, they secured Drake, they secured this turbo swap, because look at Rumble. Rumble is having a good time. They burn the wave and then they base again and then they keep the enemy on their toes again. Tempo, baby, tempo. And then Doran matches the base with his bot lane to make sure that they can make educated decisions here. Aatrox shows on bot, so Xayah opens on bot. Guys, the Alistar are not pushing the neutral wave because they want to cross through mid to make sure that they match the Xayah and the Rakan. Now Xayah showed and Drake is spawning too. And Rumble is already hovering. And here Zeus is TPing top. Genji made them completely fucking dizzy, by the way. Completely dizzy. They lose the Drake. And this went hard, bro. What a beautiful sequence from Genji, man. What a fucking team gap. Genji is so much better. And then at some point here, Doran hits double E. And then Gumayushi just fucking uses R poorly, flashes poorly. All those good things at the same time. Doran, Rumble, beautiful. Chovy not getting pressured as well. Now, the way Faker died, this is something we have to look at again, because Faker got pressured so many times on side by Akali. I feel like they hovered too hard for Kai'Sa and they were never in the right spot. Here, I think that Kha'Zix and Akali already made the decision for this. I understand why you want to defend it, but he should die in the Orianna ult. I don't know, like, the people in the call were like glazing fucking Korea for this, that he's hitting the turret and like faking something, bro. But this is just Pace trolling. And Akali is pushing top all the way. Kha'Zix is rotating around the Herald. They've already accepted they're gonna give this up. This is really troll. I think Pace just griefed here. RIP Pickens that have KDA Pace. They lose Herald of that. And I think that they could have done better. Peanutter as well, not sure what he's doing. He ended up lurking for a long time and didn't expect Atrox to have a ward. And they ran off. Alright. Here, not sure what Doran is doing here. He has no flash. Faker can just kill him. Keep in mind, Faker has phase rush. I think he got way too scared of him. Like when that E misses, I think he can just die, and I think that Faker could have tethered better to the situation. Doran wanted more kills. It gave him good dopamine. Faker gets a fat shutdown here. I mean, gives a fat shutdown here. I think that if Faker recognizes earlier that he has solo kill, right? The thing is, his ult came off cooldown, right? But I think that if he recognizes earlier, he can tether better and maybe kill him faster. I'm not 100% sure though, so take that with a grain of salt. Genji sacrificed tempo to get bot turret, so T1 are first on Drake. It's a cloud, so it's perfectly fine. And here was the replay of the Pace death. Peanut is making sure that the Kali can push on side, so he's always playing on side, and then Xayah and Rakan are playing on their own on the mid wave, which is perfectly fine. It's cool. Here, right? This feels so bad. It's like Faker died here, right? But his team is playing in the wrong space. Like he's just playing in the wrong. They are playing in the wrong space. Here, Alistar, Kai'Sa need to be in river so Orianna can contest the neutral wave. But instead, what happens? Where are they going? Where are they going, man? Enemy tier 1 top is alive. So the macro is to control river and this space. So they are here controlling the completely wrong space and Faker gets collapsed on. But this is also really good vision from Chovy. Really good vision from Chovy. Look at that E that he gets off of the Orianna ult. Damn. Damn. This is maximum DPS fucking Akali, bro. Faker looked like he was inting here, but I think Alistar, Jarvan, and Kai'Sa, they are positioning completely fucking wrong. Xayah's on mid wave, and they should hover for the neutral that Orianna needs to push. The way it works, right? Let me show you in Rift Kit. Okay. If this turret is alive, and this turret is gone, right? You push this wave, Xayah was locked in this position. You still need to play for this space. This is the space that matters. The issue is, if your solo laner doesn't attack that neutral wave, and you don't collapse, Akali will steal it. And your play will not progress. So you need to defend the wave. You need to defend this wave. If you go here, enemy top laner can collapse on you, or the enemy can collapse on your solo laner. Very bad. We continue. Very good punish from Genji. Macro-wise, Genji are fucking crispy, by the way. Look. Here we go again. Here, Faker is inting. They killed the neutral wave, Chovy is showing. If Faker wants to hit this turret, Jarvan and Alistar and Kai'Sa need to make sure that they're in this bush. But here, once again, it's the exact same concept. Exact same concept. Alistair Kaiser, here, this time, Owner and Keria are hovering to kill the neutral wave on top. Faker kills the neutral wave, but then he's hitting the turret. If you want to hit the turret, then you have to commit all the way with everyone. This is macro, yeah? But he can also kill this neutral wave and hover for his team. This is once again a team decision. But the fact here is Faker push a neutral wave, his team is leaving, and he gets killed. I wonder if this exact same thing happened twice to Faker. So I wonder if it's something that is predetermined, right? If it's something that they planned. They got Faker's flash and they backed off. Really good, right? Peanut, hinting. Can't believe someone had the fucking guts to tell me that Peanut was useful this game. I can't fucking believe it. I think, bro, he got giga carried this game. Giga carried. Delight, and Chovy were so fucking brilliant this game. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I hope that people can appreciate how well Delight and Paze ran the whole game. And then how they managed to bring Chovy back into this game. Absolutely brilliant. Doran too. Doran was really, really good too. He was completely in sync with what his bot lane wanted to do. Here they're playing for information, they're just marking people. They're not looking to fight, they're looking to posture for the fight because they don't have information on Kha'Zix. I thought Delight was hinting here. But Delight is just the GOAT. For those who haven't seen this, I will slow it down. Pops the R, W flash, gets Gumayushi that has only cleanse, no flash, one shot. Delight is not a rookie, bro. And funny enough, bro, he played on bro. Delight is not a rookie. Ace is a rookie. Alright, and that's game. That is literally game. T1 are lacking. They are lacking macro-wise so hard. Their macro is terrible. Like if you go back to my video assessment of T1, I will tell you exactly this. Strong mechanical players with very bad macro sense. Very, very bad macro sense. And that's it. Let's take a look at the winning fight. Chovy is mechanically fucking beautiful. Mechanically fucking beautiful is what Chovy is, man. Mechanically fucking magnifique, man. My lord. Brilliant. Here we go. Fat Rumble ult. Really, really fat Rumble ult. Really nice Rumble ult here on the back end. And that's game. What the fuck? I don't think this was intentional from Delight. There's no way this is intentional. There's no way. There's no way this is intentional, by the way. No fucking way. Oh my god, I didn't even see this live. Oh, and then honestly, Gumayushi is pretty fucking insane for hourglassing, bro. Gumayushi hourglassing that is fucking insane. It's insane that he does it. That is insane. All right. Bro, I wanted to say I'm starting to feel a bit tired and hungry. Then I realized, look at the fucking games we have left. Oh my lord. G2 versus WEIBO Gaming. So, draft-wise, WEIBO took a massive bong hit. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. What the fuck happened here? What happened here? G2 versus WEIBO. Orianna first pick, and you go Vi into giving Xayah Rakan. That is insanity. That is insanity. That is crazy. The Draven, Kalista, Maokai ban, good bans. But at least go Xayah Rakan and then pick Vi, as an example. What are you doing, blood? Orianna, Xayah Rakan. That is crazy. Light is a fraud. We thought the Shy was the fraud all along. Light is the fraud. This is troll, guys. This is so troll. It's like, guys, Genji won against Gam with this, okay? That's not a fucking metric. That's not a metric. At least, you know, in your mind, oh, the enemy wants to first pick Orianna. We get Xayah, Rakan, Azir, and then boom. You know? But I think draft-wise, G2 is so fucking far ahead in the 1, 2, 3. Renekton gets banned, Lee Sin gets banned, and then Jax gets banned. WEIBO goes for K'Sante. Usually, when there's enough nerfs for top, you can choose to pick that on 4. I think K'Sante is solid here. I think K'Sante would be solid for blue side too. Here I wasn't sure what they should pick top. You can do variants where you pick like a tank and play that into K'Sante and bleed. Yone, I was very surprised to see Yone here, right? I was very surprised to see Yone here. Yone, if we hide the draft, and it's only G2 draft, right? If I only look at the champs that G2 has on his team, then I think it's a fantastic Yone game. Yone has Rel, Zarakan, Orianna ult. It was really, really important. Okay? Really, really important. But against the champs on the enemy team, when I see enemy has K'Sante, Azir, Kai'Sa, Vi, like it's not the easiest Yone game to play. That doesn't sound easy to me at all. Someone in the chat said BB was insane today, but honestly, for the first 25 minutes, this Yone was a straight up fucking liability, let's be honest. Nevertheless, I think draft-wise, blue side is much better. WEIBO, Crisp, only likes Leona, refuses to play Alistar. And BB got camped. Yeah, I'll show you a Nashor where he got camped. But let's take a look at the game. He got camped, yeah. He got camped. He got camped. All the solo queue anxiety that you have and the stress and the vows and the excuses you've made for why you die too is you got ganked. Yeah. Alright. Yike missed a smite, put himself in danger. Classic Yike. I didn't think Yike had the best performance today. I think the early game was quite slow. And the reason we need to look at these things is because G2, we are kind of hoping that they do more. But I think the both wins that they got were BO1 wins. I don't think that you walk away from, especially the game against WEIBO, and think to yourself, they are much better than WEIBO. And the same thing for Damwon, honestly, because those two games were insanely fucking close. Insanely close. Okay? In terms of draft, why can't they pick his Leona fourth and keep top lane counter pick? Because K'Sante was a strong blind. Jax was banned, Rumble was banned, Renekton was banned. And Poppy was banned. K'Sante was a very strong blind, that's why they picked it on 4. K'Sante was strong this game. It's a good pick this game. Like, G2 has thrown games at Nash. I have to commend their bot lane. I think Mickey, well, not bot lane, honestly, Mickey and Caps are playing at an elite level at this tournament so far. Mickey and Caps have played really fucking good. Hans in this game is a complete psychopath. Complete psychopath. Complete psycho. He refuses to R and somehow gets away with it. So lane-wise, everything was fantastic. Zyra Khan, they were fisting them lane-wise. Really. They were fisting them lane-wise. Rakan had Prio, First and River, full control. This was beautiful, right? This was really insane. Just looking at the CS numbers, Light was bleeding. Really, really bleeding. Here, G2 int. This Drake is not bad. But the issue is here that they are not connecting. Kai'Sa is disconnected, no R. They need to connect as 4 on one side and commit to not contesting the next neutral wave that is coming. And this would have been 1. Yeah, this Young getting camped was some Bubba Ganush kush that someone smoked. It's okay. Yeah, I had full information on Vi the entire game, by the way. Here, look at Xayah. I don't know. Xayah could have moved. Xayah could have moved, Xayah could have moved, Xayah could have moved. What does Xayah do? Xayah masturbates. Masturbates. Doesn't connect. They can connect as 4, push the enemy out, and this is a good Drake. What happens is, Xayah stays for a deeper wave. And now Azir gets to push the mid wave because of this wave. Xayah wanting to push this wave makes Azir push this wave when Orianna was hovering. And they lose their window. And now Orianna needs to catch, and as Orianna is catching, Azir and Vi block Orianna's entry to the Drake. And look at the position now of G2. Orianna is on mid. Rakan is trying to help him, but they can't. And now Kai'Sa will connect. And Yike has been tanking this Drake for like 40 seconds. He's getting annihilated. And then what happens instead? You see here, Mickey and Orianna can't connect. They are pushed out, they lose a Drake. They leash it for them. Yike tanked this Drake for 1 minute for the enemy team. God bless. Crucial mistake. Really, really bad mistake. At least they didn't int here, right? Next big mistake. BB had good conditions. Caps was hovering to roam and dive. Bro, which other Orianna player is roaming and pressuring dive? Which other Orianna player? Did this in 2 games. This beast. Is it Yike's fault? No. It is Xayah's fault. Xayah wanted to push the next wave, and that when Orianna was already hovering. And then Azir hits the neutral, so Orianna needs to move back or lose 6 CS. Now, Herald is looking wonderful. The Shy has turbo bad conditions. Vi crosses a pink ward. I mean a ward, okay? She crosses a ward. The Shy has shit conditions. BB just needs to take it easy, lemon easy. This is what people meant when BB got camped, yeah? Could Yike start the Drake later to allow Hansama to crash the second wave? No, it's bad. Alright. Keep in mind here, guys, I want to highlight. Xayah and Rakan have the biggest prio on the planet. Biggest prio on the planet. This Herald is so free. So free. The only advantage is WEIBO is 6. But look, Rakan is first class ticket. He gets to exit the plane and he gets to enjoy fresh air, while Crisp is at the back of the plane and he has people cutting him off, you know, he can't even move. But yeah, here BB knows the information, knows everything, everything is cold. Where is he going? I think this was just not good. Not good. I don't like this. I guess this is what my homie referenced to when they said the homie's getting camped. And Xayah's already pushing bot wave, so Kai'Sa can't move. Kai'Sa needs to go bot, she's level 5 and she would be so fucking useless. She's 30 CS behind. And somehow, Caps the GOAT, you know, saves the situation with a beautiful sombrero. And that's it, you know. Now Orianna's super far ahead, which of course hurts Jahu's chances here. Alright, we fast forward. Very well managed here on bot. The wave and so forth. Soon we'll have a little troll here on bot. Vi is showing on top. Really troll. Like, Vi is not allowed to show. She needs to match Perma because enemy got Herald, right? They place Herald. And now Vi shows on the top wave. They're looking to pressure dive on the Yone, but the fact that they showed, this is really, really well played by G2. Really, really good. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. They get so much here. Beautiful. We continue. This bot lane push wasn't in synchronicity with the Drake spawn, so they lose the Drake. Tempo, question. Xayah was basing for Kraken. Perfectly fine, you lose the Drake. Your team scales fantastic, it's no problem. Thank you, Valentin Ju, for the Prime Gaming. Appreciate it. Now, Hansama, his insanity. He like, Vi is on a ward. Vi is on a ward. Vi is on a ward. Where's he going? Why is Hansama so keen to hit waves that they shouldn't be hitting? Right now, Yike is trying to take control together with Mickey. But my man, what's happened here, man? What the hell, Hans? And Mickey tries to save him, you know. And then live flashes for the last auto and Mickey dies too. Great. You're not allowed to do shit like this, mate. You're not allowed to do shit like this. G2, G2, G2. Blood and sweat in this jersey, mate. I want more, G2. I want more. Nudno mu, no prawda. He's bored. And the enemy collapses into top side. Yone gives up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that Orianna pushed another wave. I think this was very well done. I like the map assignment here by G2 in preparation for this. This is super nice. I think that the WEIBO over-postured for this Rift Herald, and they are losing CS on bot. Very, very nice. Very, very nice here. The enemy rotates over. I think here, though, it would be better if G2 soft contested. If G2 soft contested, I think it would be harder for WEIBO to actually walk all the way around. But the fact that 5 people are showing to hit the turret allows them to leave one person at the Drake and then walk around to defend it. I think this is a moment where you soft contest. Mistakes happen, no, it's pretty harsh. Bro, what are you talking about? We're talking about fucking winning the World Championship. Of course we're gonna be fucking harsh. Soft contest means that you're going to tether to the enemy. So you're going to look at the enemy and see what they're doing and then force people. So you're soft contesting. Here the Shy gives a freebie. Maybe if he aims a Q better, maybe there's something, he can R, do something. But I think that Caps having flash always makes it into a rough play. Maybe if he puts R on somebody else, there's a play here. I don't think this is a bad thing to go for. I think this is like a good play. I think this is a good play. Yeah, this was probably the way bigger in from Bin. I mean, the Shy, sorry. I think he just over postures when his team has like a better position and they pick up kills and they kill Azir too. At least they get the Drake, right? So they're on soul point. I can't tell. I can't tell if why the Drake situation is the way it is. I can't tell. Caps is pushing the top wave late and then TPs, and they just seem to kill the Drake before anything matters really. This is a pretty sick play by Vi. It's like, imagine how good WeiBo played this game, and still. I guess this is one of the sickest Vi plays I've ever seen, by the way. This is one of the sickest Vi plays I've ever seen, by the way. One of the most insane Vi plays I've seen in all time. I think Hans Sama walking up to hit the turret though, a bit mental. A bit mental. And then here, Mickey is wanting to block the Q. Boom. Beautiful. Cristiano Ronaldo gets dropped and it's a terrible one. Yeah, Ansama is just the biggest psychopath. Like he's the biggest psychopath than Elk. I don't know if he's a psychopath or if he's trolling. I can't tell. I think something that G2 did so well is how they managed side lane. Like macro-wise, how they managed side lane was really, really nice. In preparation for every objective, Caps had the better wave and the better condition, which is super, super big. Sometimes they overdid it, right? Because WEIBO did over posture for these Drakes, which meant also that they had a deeper point of a position, you know? I think that if Caps and Mickey didn't play as good as they did, then Hansama would not be a hero today. He would actually be a big fucking liability, you know? Caps and Mickey really, really covered up for the bullshit that Hansama threw at the wall. Here we go again. Here we go again. What's the plan? What's the plan? The enemy realize, you know, they realize. What's happening, man? Thank you, Harades. Appreciate that. What's the plan here? What is the plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? What is the plan? Steph Curry Sim. Can you imagine people try to convince us that Larson is better than Caps? Imagine those people exist. No wonder there's flat earthers out there. There's flat earthers out there. No wonder. Yeah, I don't know what this is. They are not turning. They are not hitting. They are not committing. I don't know what this is. Like if they wanted to burger flip the Nash completely because Rel has burst and Zaya has burst. I think saying, like, currently, Mickey and Caps have played 2 world-class games. I think, like, Hansama, Yike, and BB have been solid. But not more than that. This is insanity, man. This is insanity. I have no explanation for this. Of course, they should look to turn. Like, they don't even have a ward on Pixel. So this is 100% with the information they have, okay? Keep in mind, they have 1 ward here, they have 1 pink here, and that's all the info they have. Nothing else. No vision here, no vision here. That's it. Solid is good. I think Solid is a very, very proper explanation of how Hansama, Yike, and BB have been playing. At Worlds. The thing is, no ward on Pixel meant that this is a play where they try to kill Nash and peace out. But look at this. I don't know how they made this decision. What is like G2, of course, they're aware that this is fucking terrible, right? Hugely on ult. Yike is in the pit with no HP. Weiwei is also in the pit to be ready to smite. Look at BB here, bro. This is the moment we say that BB looks like he fucking DC'd. Look at BB go. Look at BB here. And WEIBO get Nash, they get practically an ace, and they have better position for Drake. This game should have been lost by every metric. It should have been really fucking lost. Here Hansama uses cleanse for nothing, I think. There's no play here for G2, right? WEIBO just gonna go out. Yike is trying some desperation play. The Shy is on the flank. He tried to find the R, but BB eat. Caps gets snacked on. They annihilate him. Asama does well here. I think he does his absolute best, but I think burning Flash here is really troll too. Really troll to burn Flash. Like, what are you thinking about, man? What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, man? Burning Flash. And it's like the game should be over by every metric now. Every metric should be done. But look at Mickey, man. When Mickey has flash on Rakan, magic happens. When Mickey has flash on Rakan, oh my lord. When Mickey has flash on Rakan, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can say. Mickey is a beautiful man. Beautiful. Oi, he didn't even flash. He didn't even flash. Xiaohu, are you trolling? Xiaohu. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh my god. Yeah, Chris flashed, but into it. Damn! I thought Mickey did some insane shit to fucking catch on to him. This is the driest shit ever. Dom said Xiaohu better than Caps. Xiaohu has played a lot better than Caps the whole year. To say anything different is troll. Xiaohu has been insane all summer. And him getting caught by a dry Rakan W doesn't all of a sudden change history completely. Again, revisionists. Like people trying to revise shit that they don't even know about. Caps has been really good at Worlds, yeah. For sure. But call it for what it is, you know? This is just Cadril, like, traitorship in full effect. This is tenki gold disadvantage against Soul, so, like, theoretical gold disadvantage here. Bro, theoretical gold disadvantage here is legit like 20k, bro. This is a 20k gold disadvantage. No meme. But blue side have a very nice like team fight wombo combo type shit, you know, type comp. Here, light is, I don't know, like light is such a fucking troll, man. I think WEIBO can actually fight this. Like, WEIBO can win here. But look at WEIBO, like, Light is just playing W, bro. Bro, if this is how you play fucking Kaiser, bro. If this is how you play fucking Kaiser, mate. Fucking Bive Luden's Echo, bro. What's Blood doing, bro? Why doesn't he fucking R on Caps here? Look here. Why doesn't he R? What's he doing, man? Isn't this kinda build shit? Well, it doesn't fucking matter what you build if you're gonna play like a sussy baka, you know? Come on, Blood. This is why we picked Kaiser over Zaya, man. And then he ults in, look at him. He has no mana. Now he ults in. Look at him go. He ults in now. Wow, look at that ult. No Q mana. He's basic attacking with his Hail of Blades that is off cooldown. Nah, man. Nah, man. That is terrible. Bro, it's so unlucky that Leandri cancels his base here. Otherwise, it would have been a crazy play from Mickey. Now, this is where the psycho fights from Hansama happen. I don't know what possesses a man not to R a Violed. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. He doesn't R it. Look at him. But the Orianna ult finds them all. The Rakan charms 3. And then look at this Orianna, bro. Oh my lord. Oh, 4 man. 4 man. I am on the work floor and I'm looking for the 4 man. Who is the 4 man of this facility? Oh, the 4 man. Oi, 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 oi. That's like... Oh my lord. Hansama did a lot of damage, yes, but it's like the Orianna ult saves him to get the E off. Because the feathers were placed like that, right? Like, bro, the thing is, it played out really, really well, and they managed to save him. But the thing is, it's like the fight is over if you just R's Vi. So, like, you can't say, wow, Hansama played that so good. They're trying to look for end, and this was just the craziest sequence ever. There's no even point analyzing this. I guess there is. Let's see what actually happened. This was mental. Absolutely mental. So they flashed on Zhao because Yike has flash advantage. Mickey also, his flash was coming off cooldown. Q flashes was very, very well done by Yike. Snacked on him. The W landed. And then the crazy thing here, somehow the wave gets killed. Light gets the wave, they kill the wave, and honestly, the Shy smurfed it here. The Shy bought so much time with the fat W that he did here, because WEIBO actually have the time to clear the wave off of this. Now the next wave is coming, but the Elder is gone in 10 seconds. And then look, Mickey here. Another very dry. It's like a flash W on light, which is insane, by the way. Look at this. Boom. Boom. They get him. Once again, the Shy is focusing on the wave. Gets the Q3 on the Xayah. The turret falls. Now the super minion wave is coming. This was too far. Where are they going here? Where are they going? I think if they wait, maybe they can play an end. Maybe they can play an end here if they wait. I don't know what they are looking for here. Right? This is just a mistake here, straight up. Right? What do you mean, guys? How can you guys explain this? They're just walking into the turret. There's no minions, no nothing. This is just really troll. How is there an explanation here? Look at them. They're griefing. They're completely running it down here. I don't know what you guys explaining. Guys, when we're reviewing the game, for the love of God, don't do yourself a service and stop talking about the psychology of the gameplay. The psychology of the gameplay doesn't matter. We're gonna psychoanalyze them based off their camera picture. Hey, look, let's look at BB's face. Let's look at his pupils dilating as well. And let's check his heart rate and how much blood there is in his penis. Like, guys, the play is bad, period. Like here, they really trolled. Like they died. They died here. They could have ended the game here. Look at light spawning, you know? Look, the wave is here now. Xayah was healthy. And if they can't end here, they can just go back and do Nash too, which is perfectly fine too. Probably they can't end because Azir spawns, right? But here, BB shouldn't TP. BB should walk. And then it's GG. Just walk. Blood took the elevator instead of the stairs. WEIBO get Nash, and then everything comes down to, of course, Caps. Caps wants to steal the wave. I don't know, Caps is such a psycho, because his idea here, right? His idea is, I'm gonna steal the wave from behind them, and they will not give it Nash buff. Caps is on some wicked shit. Caps said, I'm gonna kill the wave before it gets Nash buffed. This is... what a psychopath. And then he goes for this. He tries to clear the wave and Vi is like, yo, I'm gonna ult your ass. And then, of course, Caps, not like Hansama, he uses his hourglass. And here, I think that the ult usage from Light is grief. This is not a bait, guys. Let's be honest. Yone is on the bottom wave. This is psychopath behavior here. If Kai'Sa does an ult and they just, you know, take it easy. Does WEIBO need the wave? They had a cannon minion. The issue is Elder is spawning and the cannon doesn't reach the turret because it has Nash buff. it doesn't reach the turret. It hits the turret from far. So the Nash, the cannon was not enough. And then they kite back. And then Hansama here is Psycho Billy again. Psycho Billy Hansama. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go, man. And then here, one time Mickey makes a mistake. He E's and you land on the opposite side from the side you E on, right? So here Hansama gets snacked on because of the passive. Luckily as GA. And if someone told you G2 are gonna win the game over this fight, you know, the start of it is fucking horrendous. It's fucking horrendous, innit? But to be fair, the tools are limited. Jahu build, light build, not that great. You know, this is also like comp gap. GG. Alright. So yeah, Hansama finally presses R. They're like, whoa, he can actually press R. They're insane. Here, I don't know if it's intentional, but Yon cancels. Look at that. Yon cancels the Vi, which is massive, you know? Really, really good. Okay, isn't Caps just trying to threaten backdoor to give Prior for Elder? No. No. I don't think so. Like, you expect him to like run it down through the turret? Nevertheless, this Vi ult is this ult here is really, really big. It's massive. He cancels the Q. And then, yeah, the fight is over. Jahu doesn't find any value. Really, really big. No, Xayah can always R out of her own ult. She can always do it. That was the greatest game. The hardest choice of my life. The hardest choice of my life. Look at that video and recommend it. Alright, JDG versus Billy Billy. Honestly, this game was rather fast. This is a very good draft. And really, really highlights... It's like JDG, they have so much cohesion in the way they draft, man. Really, really good cohesion in the way they draft. I love it. Look at this, right? I complained about the G2 draft against Damwon. They have Draven, they have Maokai, they have Orianna. These champions hit very different beats of where they are the strongest. What happened here with JDG's draft? They have Kalista, Javan, Renata Glask, Renekton, Vex. They all on the same pace in terms of how they want to fight, when they want to play, and when they want to juice up, and the prio that they have. Absolutely brilliant. I think that Billy Billy had a terrible draft. Terrible draft. Because they cannot contest this game at all. I had Talia as my most banned champion, but I think Talia is just fucking fraud champ. Fraud. Here, Rakan, the main issue with Billy Billy and their draft, right, is that they should invite poppy cases. They need to invite poppy cases. Why are they picking Vi already? Talia gets locked in, good into Kalista. But then they show where Talia goes mid, and additionally, Vi gets locked in, so the potential of Poppy for Billy Billy is non-existent. Because the day he plays Poppy is the day he will have a heart attack. And we care about Bin's health. We care about his health. Let's be honest. We care about his health. So, Talia Vi. Enemy slammed Javan. No remorse at all. Bro, even pick Poppy support, man, borderline. Or pick Talia Poppy. And just play a jungle. And then you say, we're gonna fuck this Kalista up. Ruler is gonna regret picking Kalista against us. Didn't happen. Javan is locked in. Javan's fucking great against Talia. Her rocks, bro, her rocks are non-existent. Her rocks don't mean shit. You have Mercs, EQ, boom. Talia is just a late game champ. No. It's like Talia goes even against most champs, and then I don't think that her item spikes are good enough. Talia Vi used to be a combo. Nevertheless, Javan, Renata Glask, Kalista Renata Glask, very good combo. On blue side, it's best to slam the strongest blinds you can have, even though an enemy can have an answer. Blitzcrank into Renata is perfectly fine. Blitzcrank into Kalista can be hard, but you can play. Syndra gets banned, of course. So here Syndra, Ahri, Orianna, Nico, Jace, all banned. He slams a Vex. I think Vex is fine into Talia in lane, but the most important thing for me with Vex is that she plays exactly in line with Renata Glass, Kaliska, Javan, and Renekton. Kazi gets locked in, Aatrox on 5. I don't like Aatrox on 5. Somehow he was doing well in lane, but I think Aatrox on 5 here against Renekton, I think he's just losing, you know? This is live, yeah, I am live. This is not a simulation. So they pick Vex. The thing is, Vex here is better than Azir. Why? Why is it better? The same, similar to the reasoning I gave in this game, right? Where BDS picked Azir. Azir is really good against Lissandra. But the thing is, Azir will not keep up with the pace that Bel'Veth and Lissandra want to play. So you want to pick a champion that is more in line with that. Imagine if you have Cassio, then it's better. Knight doesn't like playing Azir. The same way Chovy doesn't like to play, of course, Syndra. So Vex is very in line, can lane against Talia, and it's very, very in line with the rest of the champs. I already said on co-stream, this game will be over at 22 minutes. In 22 minutes, this will be over because they will line up for the Drake perfectly, and that's exactly what happened in this one. JGG versus Bilibili. The only real moment of concern, right? The only real moment of concern. It's like full control over bot side, Kalista Renata stronger lane. Javan secures them, puts a ward on the Grumpy. Vi is very weak early. Everything is mirrored. Vi crosses straight into bottom side, doesn't spot on Gromp, so they can already be aware of this play on bot. They try to dodge the ward, and now Vi crosses over. And you see that Kalista Renata here, just because Gromp is not showing. And just look at the details, guys. Learn from these details. Learn from these details, my dear, sweet children, okay? They don't play at all because Vi didn't show on Grumpy. So they know that either Vi is trolling or Vi is ganking. The moment she steps back, they walk forward. They see Vi on this ward, easy peasy. People saying that Blitz pick was good. The thing is, what else do you want them to pick? Give us an answer to that.
Battle cruiser operational.
What should they pick? Blitzcrank Vi is a combo. You Vi ult and then Blitz hook and then you kill. This is a combo plain and simple, you know? Rel. Renata can cancel. Rel. Blitz can pressure engage without committing. That's the uniqueness about Blitz. Alright, so Vi showed on Grumpy, they pushed enemy out, they are low HP, all good, all fine and dandy. 369 is having a good time. And the first Drake is taken. I'm doing predictions after this review. Alright. Here, beautiful hook from On. Boom. Wow. The whole world stops. The whole world stops. Ruler just got hooked. Ruler's low HP makes it harder to pressure this wave. Talia, Vi are hovering. They are hovering. It does look stupid. It does look stupid. To be perfectly fair, that looks ridiculous. That looks... Holy... That is craziness. Alright. So nevertheless, Ruler's in trouble. Here, I think that Bilibili troll by committing all the way. They need to contest this mid wave. What does the Vex do? She pushes, and then she says, yo, homies, I'm coming. Jesus is here, guys. Jesus is here. I'm hovering for you guys. I'm gonna make sure that you can push, and Ruler is safe. He's not even contesting the next mid-wave Talia is showing. He's like, I'm gonna be here for you guys. I'm gonna be here all night long. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Very beautiful play. Renekton hovered into mid here and pushed while this play on bottom side happened. The hook flash, look at Ruler, bro. Look how smooth he is. Look how smooth. He seems so unfazed by it. What the fuck is this, man? How good are you at the game? Damn. You wanna play Sivir against Kalista Renata? No way, brother. This is probably the worst Javan gameplay we saw all tournament long. Fear, vision, doesn't EQ. Really troll. And then he R's, gets comboed, and then this EQ is nasty. Look at this EQ. Damn! Fnatic support against Renata is really bad. Alright, let's stop suggesting champions, okay? Especially if you're completely dizzy. I give you guys always the benefit of the doubt in chat, but then at some point, you know, it just gets kind of annoying to tell you that you don't know anything about the game. But I always read, and then up to a certain point, I'm like, no way. I love it when people say they should pick something better. It's like, no, just fucking say champion names, or they pick something better. You want them to invent a new champ. Yeah, this Javan gameplay is terrible. Missing with the bailout, literally bailed them out. And then the lethal didn't come around. And GG's champions are just way stronger in fights like these. Way stronger. Alright. At some point here, I think that this Renekton gets bored. He's hovering into mid. He was like, the 369 was actually doing Herald. How based is this top laner? Look at that, man. Look at this. Look at him. He did Herald. What a G. He did Herald, walked into top wave. And then look at the retake here from JGG, how beautiful it is. They hover onto mid, and then Renata says, yo, I'm gonna take the long route around. Kalista abandons the wave. It's perfect time with the information that he has. Walks all the way back to connect together with Missing. And then on here, gets spotted on the ward while he's, I don't know what he's doing here. I thought he's gonna look for a hook and then Kaiser ult and then look for a one shot, something like this. I thought this was the play. And I think that he assumed that the enemy doesn't have vision, and if they are not crossing, that he can base for tempo, but he gets killed. Alright, second Drake. Here I thought it was pretty funny. Look at Renekton. He just decides to do Wolves. He's like, yo, I wanna do Wolves. Enemy top laner based and got a fucking Gore Drinker and TP'd back. I'm gonna do Wolves. I'm gonna pretend I base and do Wolves, and then bin my push. And then all is juicy and good. And walks top, eventually goes Gore Drinker, gets it on the base. All of these fights are very favorable for JGG's team composition. They're very happy to take these fights. This was a good combo from Kanavi. He just kind of woke up, heard we were talking shit. The rest of the game is history, guys. It was a very, very straightforward victory. I think JGG played better. And additionally, they have way better draft. Way better draft. This wasn't even close. Now the main event, Damwon versus KT. Guys, I'm so fucking tired at this point. I need to eat food. I need to take a shit. Plain and simple, I like the Ziggs, but they're very AP heavy. Jax is a champion that has a lot of AP damage. Leona is the biggest AP in the game. Azir AP. This game was so boring, mundane. Nothing was really happening. I think Kana is really bad. I think Kana is really bad. Like, insanely bad. I'm sorry, man. Kellin and this guy. I feel like KT, man. KT is wildly uninteresting. I think the main thing for me that is concerning is that I think that the way they play with space is so uncreative So they are just sitting there all together like fish in a barrel eating fucking cues. I don't like this. KT look very, very stiff. Insanely stiff. I didn't think this was a great game. I think the only team from the LCK that has shown promise is Gen G. When I say promise, I mean promise to beat the top 3 demon LPL teams. Right now, LNG, Bilibili, JDG, I don't think that KT, Damwon, T1 has a fucking chance. Has a chance. It's gonna look very one-sided. G2, the thing is, I think G2, Mickey and Caps are in insane demon form, but I think macro-wise, G2 are fucking good. I think macro-wise, G2 is better than Damwon and T1. KT, this tournament has been, like, in terms of how they fight, I think that they just fight too poorly to beat the LPL teams above them. They have very good players, but I don't think KT are good enough in how they fight. And I think this is how they faltered against T1 too. I can't see a world where G2 beats LNG, Bilibili or JDG. T1 is better than Bilibili and LNG? You're fucking on crack. Have we watched the same summer? Have we watched the same worlds? Alright, I'm getting tired and a little bit cranky because I need to eat. Sorry guys, sorry for being so rude, sorry. Sorry. And also I need to poop. Matchups matter. Yeah, I remember when T1 almost lost against Team Liquid. I remember how T1 did the same characteristic mistakes as per usual against Gen G. I remember. And this is shit that you don't get away with against the Chinese top 3 teams. You don't. You simply don't. Alright, let's take a look at the LoL Esports schedule. So, the main breakdown, right? It's like we have all of the matchups. Like in terms of the draw that happened, let's talk about that first. It's like G2 Esports, I think the best team for them to draw, like Genji, Longzhu. Like Longzhu, maybe it's a little bit overhyped. Because keep on Longzhu, they had a close game against C9. Let's be honest. They had a close game against C9. And additionally, they played Fnatic. Fucking, why am I saying Longzhu? LNG. Jesus. LNG. I read Zuzu and I long endly, whatever. They played Fnatic and C9. They had by far the easiest schedule to make it to here. Let's keep it real, okay? I think JDG is gonna roll LNG up into a blunt and smoke them, right? I think that LNG's game today didn't look impressive. And with that being said, maybe G2's draw could have maybe been better against LNG. I don't know which team is better to draw, Genji or LNG. I think Genji, what's so cool about Genji and G2, let me tell you this, is that Caps is performing well, Chovy is Chovy, and the Light is performing really, really fucking well. And at the same time, Mickey is performing super well. But I think G2 don't have an honest shot against Genji. I don't think Hansama is playing that well. I think Hansama is doing a lot of stupid mistakes. I think Hansama, like, I don't think Yike played that well today. I think that Hansama, what are you saying? Hansama's carrying them right now? Oh, man. We just did a massive review. I'm not gonna break it down too much now, you know? The question is here, G2, do they have any pocket things going on? Can they cover the right parts of draft? In the 1, 2, 3, starting blue side is a massive big deal too. I think G2, in terms of how they play, I'm a little bit concerned in some positions. I think Peanut had a terrible game today. No one's gonna fucking convince me of anything else. I think that he should be off of fucking Kha'Zix. I don't care that he's 7-0 and 8-0 now. I don't care if he's farming win ratio against piss LCK teams. I don't care. It was a bad look today. And Paze, Doran, Delight. BB was good today. BB was a passenger. Hansama is the best player on G2 right now. Holy moly. This is what happens when you get above 1k viewers. This is what happens. This is what happens. Maybe when I reach 10k viewers, I'll become Kadro and I'll love the Shy the way he does. Alright. The thing is, yeah, Draven was good, but keep in mind, guys, we're talking about we need more than good. That's the thing. We need more than good. Game 1, Nash, I don't know what the fuck he was doing there, right? It's like, the thing is, we need more than good. The two players on G2 that are playing world class is Mickey and Caps. They can compete. But the others need to show more. They need to show more. This level of performance is fucking good to beat C9. It's good to beat Mad. It's good to beat Fnatic. It's good to beat every other Western team. But we need more. The Shy and Weiwei were the best performing players on WEIBO. Keep in mind, I said they are solid and they're playing good. But it needs to go up. It needs to go up. Now we are talking about breaking into the top 4. Top 4 is a whole different beast. There's clear tiers at this tournament. Yike is fine. Fine. Okay, he's fine. Fine doesn't win you a championship unless you're really fucking lucky. Yeah, it's not doomed. All I'm saying is we need to see a lot more. So I'm predicting Gen G, even as the G2 Esports official co-streamer. Alright. The other matchups. Mad Lions got really fucking lucky. Like, look at this. What is that? Like, how is that? This is what's so fucked about... it's like you have 4 Giga teams. 4 Giga teams. Bilibili, KT, WEIBO, T1. And then you have... Bro. It's mental. Of course it's not a free win. But would you rather play NRG or Bilibili? Mr. Smartman? About pointing out Mad Lions' win record? How many games have Mad Lions won against Chinese teams? You want to tell me that? How many Chinese teams they've beaten? There you go. So, in terms of what the draw is here, it's fucking funny to me. It's funny. But we'll do the predictions on everything. It's like, the preliminary predictions is like T1, I think Mad... Pfft, I don't know, man. This one is weird. Bilibili, I think KT beats WEIBO. But WEIBO, like, this will be a very close match, I think. And Battle of the... Like, BDS just got shafted. Like, this was just... You know, this was just roulette. Who would get shafted by Damwon? Maybe Kana is bad enough. But I think just mid-jungle gap is too big. Alright, that's it.